as we know that most crochet projects start with a beginning chain, also known as the starting chain. Today we are going to learn how to make these chains. But first, let's check how a beginning chain look like. Now, here I have already made 3 beginning chains. Each chain stitch has 3 loops: top loop, bottom loop, and back bump loop. The top loop and bottom loop form a V shape on the front side of the chain, while the back bump loop is the loop in the middle of the stitch on the back side of the chain. The chain is generally the first stitch a new crocheter learns. It's easy to make, but it does take practice in order to work consistently. Chains that are the same size will give your fabric a nice even edge. Next, let's learn how to crochet a beginning chain. Before you crochet the beginning chain, you should know how to hold the yarn and hook first, and then know how to make a slip knot on the hook. If you are not familiar with these skills, please check one of my other videos to practice. I've put the video link in the description below. When you finished a slip knot on the hook, then yarn over and pull it through the slip knot, then you've got the first chain stitch. Next, yarn over again and pull it through the loop on hook, then you've got the second chain stitch. Just repeat like this, then you will get a beginning chain for your project. I have also learned another beginning chain crochet technique, which is more stable and with more clearly stitched than the normal one. If you have interest, I'll show you the steps here. Prepare a much longer yarn tail end, and make a slip knot on the hook first. Next, you need wrap the tail end of the yarn on the hook. Now you'll see 2 loops on the hook. Then yarn over and pull the yarn through both 2 loops. And just repeat like this. But be noticed that when you wrap the tail end of the yarn on the hook, be sure to wrap it from the front of the hook, not from the back of the hook. Because when I learned this technique the first time, I wrapped the yarn from the back of the hook and failed. Hope you can understand this point. After you finish this beginning chain, you can compare it with those normal chains. They are different. And I like this new technique very much, because it not only makes the chain looks more stable and beautiful, but also makes your project foundation processing much more smoothly. Okay, now we have learned how to make the beginning chain stitches. Next video, we will learn the 3 different ways to work into the foundation chain. Thanks for watching and see you next time.